Hello guys, my name is Mukanya. I'm a CEO and founder at JT Devs. For today's video, we're going to continue with CSS3. On the previous video, we create a box and then we apply a width of 200 and height of 200 pixels. And then the question now remains, what is a pixel? So a pixel is one of the units that you can use, and then it refers as a one dot. So one pixel equals to one dot. So this dot you can say it one when you zoom in on the image using any picture application. So EM will do the calculation based on the number that you used before. EM times the current size of that particular image, or by the default of that particular element, because all the element that you place on the DOM will have its own default size. Then that default size will be applied with the calculation that is going to be done with any number that you put before the EM. So in this case, I use 3EM, and then that will be the same thing as 3 times the current size, or 3 times the default size. When I say current size, it will be similar to default size. We have also PT and percentage. You can use percentage or percentage. 100% will be the entire width of your web page, and 50 will be the half. 50% will be the half. And then we have VH and VW and inch. So I'm going to later on I'm going to make another video to create the animation. Okay. So let's see. I would like to apply a background color on the body. What am I typing? So body will have a background color. The background color maybe of dark something. Maybe this. So let's have a look. Okay. Okay, so we've already done with pixels. So let's have a look. Let's use an example with EM. So for EM, I'm going to include an image element, MG. So we set this one, and then we can say company logo. Company logo, and then if we view it, and then it has its own size, and then what I'm going to do, I'm going to style it and give it maybe 3em. So we can just do those. Then we have image. Or maybe we can just say that. There it is. Since we have only one image, so it's not a problem if we can style it by the element. Or if you have other images but you want to have all images to have the same size, then this is going to be it. So we can give it a width of 3em. And then it's not a must to set height if you think it's going to be the same size as what you apply on the width, because that is actually what I'm thinking it's going to do. It's going to give, if you don't provide a height, it's going to use the default the number that you set. Okay, so let's have a look, and then here it is, and then this is going to be an example of a 3em. Okay, so now let's try to change it to percentage and see what it will be. And then you see with percentage, it's very small. And then if we make it 50%, then 50% will be half of the width of the entire width, the alphabet. So here you go. And then if we give it 100, so 100 will be the entire width of the web page. And then if you can see one more thing, there's some default margin on our web page. So I'm going to remove it now. So those are the margins. So the margin, what is the margin? The margin are the spaces outside the element, and then padding, those are the spaces inside the element. So if you increase the padding, so you can see that your element will grow. The height, its height or width will grow. Okay, and then it will maybe increase the size. Yeah, that is actually what I'm thinking technically, or maybe uh, logic. I'm thinking about logic. Yeah. So let's apply. We say we need to remove those margin and padding. To remove all the margin and padding on all the element on the DOM, so we need to make use of a star. So star, we select all element on our DOM. So let's see, then this will be margin. And then margin will be 0 and padding will be 0. So you can also set your font family also in here, it's not a problem. So you can do that as well, to give it like it to set all other elements to have those font family that you set in there. Okay, so here we go. So now all those margin, default margin, it's gone. Uh, so I will make it 3 em. So let's see. So now let's see another example. I want to use an example on the VH. So VW will be the same thing of the logic I want to apply in here. First of all, let's start with the header. Let's start header and footer. So we can, okay, in this case, I'm going to remove the background on the body. Okay, or we can leave it like this. It's not a problem. So I hope you can follow what I'm doing. It's very important. So let's start header and footer. And then we can just say header, comma, footer. Since they're going to have the same rules, then we don't need to separate them and say a start header and then later on we can start footer. I just want to put all of them together. Then we say for the height we have we'll have maybe 150. They're both going to have 150 pixels, and the width will be 100%. Okay, and then the background color will be something dark. I'll go with that. And then now let's apply the main elements. So this main element that we're wrapping everything inside, this guy over here. Okay, so we're just going to put it here. Then we say main. So main will have a width. No, I'm going to start with height. So height will be of 100 VH, which will say that the remaining, so VH, it makes sense to me that the remaining spaces that it left after we apply header and footer with 150 on height. So we want to that remaining space to be applied to main. but we need to do something else. So width will be 100%, and then because if we will leave like this, and then you see the main element is there beneath the header and footer. So we need to tell it to start after the header. That's why we need to say top. It needs to be 150 pixels. So the 150 pixel coming from the height of the header, because we say we want you to be far away from the header. So and then for the bottom, we same thing, same story. 150. Why? Because we want it to be far away from the footer. Now it will be all right. Then we can give it maybe a background color. So a background color will be maybe something dark. Like it look for a nice color, maybe this one. And then we can remove the background color on the body. Where's the body? We can remove the style on the body. Just remove all of that. So let's see. Okay, now it's okay. I hope you understood about the VH. So VH is just going to allow us to take the remaining space and then apply it on the elements. All right. Thank you guys for your patience, and please take a minute to like, share, and subscribe on our channel. Thank you. Bye.